Hello, everyone, YouTube and the world. It's me again, Walter Pinckney from Walter Pinckney Productions. Today is my son's birthday. He turns 2 today. And wow, it's been one long 2 years. I feel like he's becoming an adult, with no guidance, of course, and that's our job, as parents, to guide them, point them in the proper direction in life, and instill good things like common sense, intelligence, using your best judgment before making a move. And slowly but surely it's coming along. It's worked. Oh my God, it's worked. And it's funny because every morning I read the Bible, and most of the time I'm doing it by myself in total silence. And then there's times where I'm lying next to my wife in bed, or my daughter, she joins me on some of them, and yeah, you can hear them in the background there. I really need to find a place I can soundproof. But anyway, yeah, there's times when my daughter, she joins me in the reading of some scriptures in the Word of the day. And today was about, pretty much the body parts and how every part is necessary to make one unit, and every part needs to be I would say in collaboration with each other and not, resisting each other, which can cause chaos. Which this part was about the church and how the different parts in the church, groups, organizations, and how if no one is working together, the whole unit will crumble. And so I was breaking it down to my daughter as far as as us as a family, and that we're a unit, and that we all have our parts in this unit. Her being the oldest child in the house, and her brother being the youngest, and her mother and I are the guardians that's supposed to guide and teach, and you have to really listen and pay attention to what we're talking about and what we're saying to you and explaining to you, so that you won't get, time out, things taken away from you for a good period of time, and you will have to earn those things back. And if you keep acting up, you just never get those things, and I would rather not take anything from you, and have you suffer like that, and opposed to watching you enjoy yourself with all your things, like your stuffed animals, your books, your toys, especially your dinosaurs, because she's a dinosaur fanatic, That's what I'm saying. Because of these things, I feel she's a little genius, because she's really smart, really smart, and she applies herself. Me, myself, comes from a different background than her mother. Her mother's German, and I'm American, and because of that, things are just different. She was raised one way, I was raised a whole different type of way, in a whole different element. So it's like she was raised around one type of people, and I was raised around multiple type of people. So it's more like, like, okay, because you were raised one way and not being around a diverse type of people or country, where it's like, okay, whatever y'all do over here is y'all just do, but what we did over there, like, I come from a black family, where basically my mom raised my brother and I by herself, and I know for my mom, it was not easy. Raising two knucklehead boys like myself was not easy. So it's like, it took a lot of her to, like a huge sacrifice, because the fact that she worked multiple jobs, and she went back to school, and got another degree, and still worked a full-time job, and then still had to deal with us. I know it wasn't easy. I know I'm not easy. Big shout out to my mom though, because everything she says, like, mark my word this, mark my word that, it all came to light and truth, and I was like, wow. Now as an adult, I was like, wow, she was right, like, she hit it right on the head. And the whole time I was being like a knucklehead, resisting, thinking I knew it all and didn't know anything, but it's okay. I'm better now. I went through the hard knocks of life and still going through it, but it's okay, because to me it's like a learning curve, like, where it's like, for every downside there's a great upside, and I'm climbing, so it's all good, and this is what I wanted to pass down to my kids, and my wife, we're different. That's all, and that's okay, being different, but with difference, comes some type of education, because you learn from each other. At least I try to. I learned some things. I learned what not to tolerate and what I can tolerate. But she needs to understand as well that coming from the United States, where it's like, I lived in several different states and in all kinds of situations, and a lot of them weren't good, and so that's what made me well enough to know better and do better and be better, and this is what I want my kids to be. Like, I want them to be way better than I ever was or ever am, and with that, we have to do our part in this unit. It's hard. It's complicated. And first of all, by no means I'm saying I know it all, because I definitely don't. But reading the Bible is definitely an awakening, and I'm learning, because through each day and morning I get up and I go out, I realize that whatever I was reading about that morning, it comes to an existence throughout my day. And it's a huge test where I have to resort back to what I was reading before I resort to my old wicked ways. Living here in Germany as a black man, wow, it's a lot of tolerance, that I have to deal with. Like a lot of people in this world need to learn how to take accountability, you know, because too many things just be sliding. You know, it's like maybe I'm just getting too old. Anyway, this is not about me. It was about my son, and he's turning 2, and I'm really proud of him. Like, he's definitely growing into himself. He just needs that guidance, you know, and we're gonna work on that. You know, it's gonna happen, and then we have a little party for him, you know, small little something, you know, outdoors here and back here in the courtyard here. We have a playground area for kids, and yeah. So stay tuned. I got more for you. All right. Peace. Oh yeah. Before I forget, please subscribe. You know, I need those subscriptions. Actually, if you can, please subscribe. Leave a comment as well. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do what you please. You know, I'm here for all of it. Bring it. Peace. Happy birthday to you.